Hello YouTube, what is going on now? It's me, Gabriel Nagle here, founder of WBFC, Weather Buddies Forecasting Central. Today we're going to talk about the western half of the United States only, and we're primarily going to talk about the monsoon forecast. This will be the first monsoon forecast to be uploaded during this summer and during the project. So, if you guys like the video, please subscribe, please give the video a thumbs up, and share the video with your family and friends. Let's get started. Let's get into the video. Alright, so here is the monsoon forecast 1. This is as of today, so May 28th, 2021. So, models are calling for and hinting for some possible storm activity for the Intermountain West. So let's go ahead and move on to the first slide, the GFS. This is the GFS model for tomorrow. As you guys can tell, and really most of Colorado, you guys may be experiencing some thunderstorms tomorrow. Some possible convection in central Nevada, and possible a little bit of convection in the Sierra Nevada of California. So again, worth keeping an eye on. Also, a little area of more rain down at the south. I feel sorry for you guys. You guys have to deal with that. I hope you guys get a break soon. All right, moving on to the next slide here. Now we're moving on to Monday. So do you guys see that? Look at this. Wow. So Monday afternoon, there's a good chance that we could be seeing some really good convection activity from eastern New Mexico, all of Colorado, and parts of Kansas. This little monsoon outbreak that we're getting, it's not a major outbreak, but it's a minor outbreak that we're getting, could reach all the way to Kansas. So Dodge City, Kansas, and also can even reach as far as east as western Missouri. So again, an interesting storm. Wichita, Kansas could be seeing something out of this too. So again, worth watching. Alright, so let's move on to the next slide now. This is where things start to get very interesting, guys. So as you guys can tell, a little bit of snow speckles right there, but generally what we're seeing here is we're seeing some big complex of thunderstorms in eastern New Mexico and western Texas, in between Lubbock and Amarillo, so you guys can have some potential. I don't really see spin-ups with these, but what I see hail. So I see hail with these thunderstorms. And the reason why these thunderstorms could be dangerous is it could produce a lot of hail is because there's going to be a lot of Cape values in this area. Okay? And some Cape values to the east, but they always tend to be weaker as you go further to the east. Also, look at Colorado. Look at New Mexico. Wow. About time they see some rain because they really need it. And it's amazing that they're actually getting something out of this. Which I so happen to live in the state of New Mexico. Moving on to the next slide now. Okay. So as you guys can see, kind of backs down a little bit on Wednesday. So Wednesday, June 2nd. Which will be a big month for us during this monsoon project. But as the monsoon kind of fizzles out a little bit here, especially across Colorado and northern New Mexico, across this whole region, it is going to kind of turn to a northwest flow, and it's going to move in this direction towards the east-southeast, and kind of head over towards Missouri, Kansas, eastern Oklahoma, and parts of Texas. So, again, interesting weather patterns taking shape here in regards to the western half of the United States. So let's move on to the next slide. So let's see what next Thursday says if I gone that far. Next Thursday, this is where things can get more interesting, guys. This is where things can get more interesting. You guys see this in Mexico? You also can see connection between that Mexico. Let me redraw these lines here. So in Mexico, all the way to, really it is, all the way to central, trying to get my thoughts here. Central Idaho could be seeing some monsoon activity, monsoon thunderstorm activity in these areas. And so the reason to why I'm only discussing the western region of the U.S., because this is where most of the weather is going to be occurring the next several days, is primarily in these areas. You will get some storms and some low pressure systems out to the east, and kind of some systems to the Midwest and stuff. But more of the action is going to be focused in on the for right now. Again, this could change, but more of the action is going to be focused in New Mexico, Colorado, Utah, Arizona, parts of Nevada, and California. Again, really the broad range that I talked about that covers this region. Well, and sometimes the monsoon can, and sometimes it will, cover up here in Montana and, again, Idaho. So for some of you that live in that area, you guys can see thunderstorm activity probably on next Thursday, or next Friday. Sorry about that. Well, I must have skipped a slide here. I apologize for that, guys. I skipped a day. That's alright. But now we're moving on to the Canadian model here. And now the reason why we're moving on to different models is because the models are in pretty good agreement with this. Which I have a new forecast meter for you guys at the end for this. So I hope you guys will enjoy. Alright, so as you can tell, the Canadian model is picking up on a lot of convection, kind of like what the GFS was doing in the same regions for tomorrow. Again, for Sunday, I'm sorry. I'm getting my days mixed up. Apologize for that here. But yes, for Sunday, May 30th, you guys could be seeing a lot of convection in really Colorado, some over here in Utah, and some in Nevada. You also could be getting some in eastern New Mexico on this as well. And perhaps this can extend as far as eastern Texas. In areas to be watching, because you guys may get some convectional thunderstorms this upcoming weekend. And this is a holiday weekend. By the way, happy Memorial Day to you all. I hope you guys will have a good Memorial Day weekend. And, hats off to the people who served our country and other countries out there. So, yes. Moving on to the next slide now. Whoa. Backdoor cold front's going to be making way behind a little system that's going to be developing right here. Do you guys see what is happening here? A lot of convection in Colorado. Almost the whole entire state of Colorado covered on what day is this? Monday, May 31st. Wow. This could also be extending in the Wichita area of Kansas. Well, look at this. This model, well, it's actually showing some of this moisture even potentially making it in the northern parts of Oklahoma. Also, look at eastern New Mexico and western Texas and the panhandles. Get a lot of rain, guys. A lot of rain, some potential hail with some of these storms. And I know what you guys are thinking. These models, they don't really pick up on this stuff that well. They don't, but as forecast technology advances over time, it becomes more and more... They become more and more accurate. And I know that you guys are thinking the GFS is not very good at this either. Well, it isn't. It hasn't been very accurate as of lately. But models have been trending in this direction. Excuse me. With this forecast. So we're moving on to the next slide now. So if you guys look, whoa. Now I know the Canadian model doesn't really pick up on convection as much as the GFS does. But possible southern parts of Colorado, almost all of New Mexico. As you guys can see, there's a thermal low developing right there over the southern part of California there, in the desert of California. Thermal low starting to make its way, but you guys see this? Just like wow. So there could be some really good popping up thunderstorms on a daily basis for the next at least 5 days. I'd say that around the 5th to 6th day it'll calm down, but it'll make a return by the end of next week, going into next weekend is what I see here. This moisture could be extending as far as up to Kansas and Missouri as well. That's pretty crazy, if you ask me. The monsoon doesn't always pertain to this region. It can pertain to other parts of the United States as well. So again, it just all depends on where we're looking here. Alright, moving on to the next slide now. Here's I think this is the final slide. No, this isn't the final slide. But look at this complex, baby, down here. some really powerful thunderstorms showing up on the CMC here, the Canadian model. And guys, look at central New Mexico. Almost all of New Mexico could be really honed in on this particular weather pattern that's coming up now for next week. Again, worth watching. These thunderstorms will slowly sag south on a daily basis, but generally they are powerful thunderstorms. Again, these thunderstorms are associated with some southern moisture draw from the Pacific that is, I wouldn't say it's right there. It's more located right here, coming in like that into New Mexico, and then some Gulf Mexico moisture making it. Again, there was a backdoor cold front I pointed out to you guys earlier ago over the region, and that was heading towards a southwesterly direction. So again, worth watching to see what's going to happen here. Moving on to the next slide now. This video is getting kind of long here. More daily convection. What do you guys think? More daily convection here. Really focus over Colorado, New Mexico. Oh, and look at Texas here. Wow. Arkansas could be seeing some of this. And then parts of Mexico as well. You know, parts of Mexico could be seeing this. So this whole entire area could be experiencing some convectional, potentially some outbreaks that could occur during these convectional events. So again, I don't have any Cape values pulled up right now because I don't see large hail with these, but I see potentially Cape values making up to at least 25 to 3,000 joules per kilogram with some of these thunderstorms. I even saw some of these this afternoon, and they were pretty beautiful. They were really gorgeous. So this would be Thursday. This was supposed to be the last day on the last model, but I made a mistake, so I apologize for the inconvenience, guys. So this is the last day on this model. Now we're going to move on to the Germany Icon model. This model, because it's a higher resolution radar model, it tends to hype up some of the activity a little bit more. And since because of that, some of the thunderstorms that will be occurring really in Texas, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Colorado, New Mexico could be a little bit more stronger looking than in the previous models. But as you can tell for tomorrow, and this is tomorrow, as you guys can see there, it's tomorrow, Saturday, May 29th. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. So as you guys can tell, again, picking up on the same areas, really in this whole entire region for some possible thunderstorm development for tomorrow, again in the afternoon. So as you guys can tell, the models are generally in agreement with this, and you guys can see that's what the general case is here. Well, let's go ahead and move on to the next slide now, because you guys will start to be shocked on what this model picks up on, the Germany model. Whoa. Remember I was talking about that hyped up stuff? There it is. So very far eastern New Mexico, most of Colorado, and really look at Texas. Wow, we can be getting some nice bubbled up thunderstorms right in that area. Really good convection in that area. If you guys notice, if you see these little specks of green, they are thunderstorms. There are thunderstorms showing up on there. But these aren't going to produce a whole lot of rain. They're just going to primarily be, hold on a second. They're primarily going to be what they call virga showers. If you don't know what a virga shower is, I'm going to quickly explain that to you guys. Virga shower is a rain shower that doesn't reach all the way from the ground when in a thunderstorm, but can produce lightning when it's. And also virga showers can produce outflow boundaries and strong gusty winds outflow. So virga showers are basically dry, gusty thunderstorms that develop in a region that's very dry. Now again, this is for Saturday. This is for Monday. Check out Tuesday. Dang, now it's really again, Tuesday seems to be a big day for us, but Tuesday overall seems to be really focusing on southern Colorado and most of New Mexico, and again Mexico as well. Now that complex of thunderstorms on the previous slide, that kind of moves a little bit and starts to just dwindle. So that's what that does. So it starts to dwindle. But you guys can see here, this has got some nice convection right here. Very, very good convection. And so, yeah, and just a quick reminder, we're going to be jumping into our monsoon forecast here in a minute. So please stay tuned for that. If you guys want to see the monsoon meter forecast, again, this is a weekly monsoon meter. It's different from the other monsoon meters that I use. So stay tuned for that. because I think you really guys will really enjoy the product. Again, stay tuned, and we'll keep watching the video here. On this last slide, it looks like potentially in western Texas and far northeast Mexico, really far northern tip of Mexico, could get some nice thunderstorm complexes. Also some down there in southwestern New Mexico. Some popping up here in Colorado. You could be potentially seeing another cold front that can make way and do something like that in the upcoming week. Again, this is Wednesday, June 6th. I mean, not June 6th, June 2nd. Sorry, getting my numbers mixed up there. June 2nd. Again, Wednesday, June 2nd. Okay, let's go look at Thursday. Last slide here. Oh, well, I guess I didn't have the next time I do this forecast, guys, I promise you I'll be more organized. I'm sorry for the unorganization of this forecast. I was supposed to put Thursday in there, but I was just so focused on creating it and getting it prepared for you guys. So here is the weekly forecast meter for the monsoon. I say it'd be around an enhanced chance, because the reason why, if you look at all those previous models, they all are picking up some pretty good convection between, again, between 2,000 to 3,500 joules per kilogram in a lot of those thunderstorms. Again, I don't have that pulled out, but I can definitely tell you that is how strong those thunderstorms look like they're going to be. My confidence for this forecast is a 60 to 80% chance. Reason? Because all models are pretty in fair agreement with it. They're showing just what was demonstrated in there was showing the exact same thing. But hey, I hope you guys like this monsoon forecast video. If you guys really enjoyed this video, please give this video a thumbs up, share with family and friends, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you very much, and you guys have a wonderful, blessed day, and I really appreciate you guys' attention in this, and I also do apologize again for the confusion in some of the forecasts, but I hope you really guys enjoy this video. Thank you, and have a wonderful, blessed day. Bye-bye.